going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. Today we have the channel update for the fall of 2021, otherwise known as Q4 for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Everybody's favorite video, the channel update. I know they're not the most common on YouTube nowadays, but I love sitting down consistently, taking a look at what we did, and taking a look into the future, and that is exactly what we're doing today. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. So excited to be back for another channel update. Hopefully this one will be much more according to plan than our previous one, which was in June of 2021. I'm sorry, May, I think, actually. So I apologize about that. But man, guys, super excited to get into today's video. We have a ton of awesome stuff to encompass. We have a big Q3 recap, including the unpredictability of what happened in Q3, and we also have the Q4 schedule. There's a ton of awesome stuff to go into today, everybody, and I'm super excited. Let's take a minute, take a look at the setup. I thought it'd be really nice to bring back this kind of DIY setup, I kind of guess. The setup that we had in the May 2020 channel update, I thought it was really cool. We got our die-cast model aircraft out here, the American CRJ-900. What an awesome model. And of course, our 1-200 American MD-80. Looking super nice. Got the computer right here to do all of our recapping, some analytics and some fun stuff. And we got the paper right in front of us to go into full detail. As you guys can tell, I'm still a little bit rusty. I apologize. About what to expect in the fall of 2021. First and foremost, guys, I cannot thank you guys for all the support over Q3. It was a very difficult period, probably the most difficult that we've ever seen on the channel, and we're probably, unfortunately, not quite done yet. I think that we're in a much better place, and hopefully we'll continue to progress on a regular basis, but we are still not quite perfect yet, so I seriously cannot thank you guys enough for bearing with me during these times. There's a ton of stuff to dive into in terms of the Q3 recap, so why don't we get started with Q3, and we'll talk about the whole Q4 schedule, what to expect in the fall of 2021 following as such. So here we go, everybody. So the first thing we're going to do is encompass all of the videos that we had from Q3. We had a ton of interesting ones for sure, and there was a ton of stuff to dive into. So let's begin with all of those videos, everybody. So pretty much going on from the channel update, of course, that was the expected. We were going to have this big time summer, big recovery, everything in between. And unfortunately, as we know, that did not happen simply because mono refused to let up. And to this day, it's still struggling. But we're doing our best as it is. We had a couple of pre-recorded videos that I already had recorded before that went up following that. Skin tag video, Southwest exclusives. A couple of aviation news videos as well. Then we had the Breeze day trip. Unfortunately, that got canceled. Still looking to replace that at some point. Very unfortunate. That would have been super fun, but hopefully that opportunity arises at some point in the near future. And then we had a big series of mono videos from June to pretty much late August or so, in that range. Encompassing mainly just videos of me giving status updates, which wasn't exactly what I wanted to do during these times, but unfortunately it was pretty much the only thing I could do because I literally had no energy whatsoever. And it was very difficult. It was really difficult. Of course, in June as well, we had the Dallas to Phoenix the Dallas to Phoenix day trip go out because all that content was ready. We also had the Pensacola update for May and June of 2021. And a ton of awesome stuff throughout there. But yeah, it was mainly just those mono videos. Of course, we tried our best to push through in early July as well. We had an Albuquerque update, fan mail, some tier list in there, a Tulsa and Reno update as well, more status update videos. We had the trip announcement for the Florida trip, which ended up going pretty gosh darn well, all things considered. We'll talk a little bit about that more later down in the video at some point. And then, yeah, we had our 4-year anniversary, which was the most unexpected type of anniversary video I would have done, which was a sit-down video over there at the computer desk, an 18-minute video. That was one of my best videos, I think, of the whole quarter, to be quite honest. Just the amount of realness that went into that video was so real, such a real video, pardon me. And then we had the celiac disease situation video as well. That was a part of the mono videos. That was the last one to this point, which is pretty awesome. That's been over a month ago to this point, so very glad to see that. And then finally, we finally started to get things rolling pretty well. We had our Dallas update for pretty much all of Q3. Along with SNA came out, Albuquerque from August and September. We had our American Indy 82 year anniversary retirement video as well. The Pensacola Airport update, pardon me. We had a 9/11 tribute and my 18th birthday just a couple weeks ago as this video is coming out. We had the American Eagle Lumber that was the title of it, but we had the Reno update. We had the 30 model giveaway currently going on thanks to the Midwest Model Store and also you guys for making that possible. Super glad. Thank you guys for all the support on that. I really appreciate it. Miniature models as well. Great to do that video. It was so fun to get to see the new brand. We had the Tulsa update and then our most recent video, the unboxing review of the American Eagle Bombardier Acer Day-900. So over the last couple of weeks, it's been much better as you guys can tell, but it still hasn't been where I've wanted it to be. And I'll tell you guys why it hasn't been over September. And for the most part, everything that I said at the end of Albuquerque's update for August and September really has played out pretty well and has came out to fruition pretty gosh darn close to as best as I would have guessed it to this point. And it really came out well. So yeah, Q3, it definitely was an interesting quarter. I know a lot of people were really busy during the summer getting back into kind of regular activities after last summer. So I guess if we had to pick a time, it definitely didn't work out in the worst place considering how that would have ended up happening if that would have been in the summer of 20. Ooh, I don't even know what would have happened if that would have happened last summer. But still though, we were able to do our best. We did have a few videos, so but I can't thank you guys enough for bearing with me during these times. Of course, it's been super difficult and very, very hard to make things keep progressing, but we are doing our best, and as you guys can tell, we are much better to this point. So with all that being said, quarter three, it was pretty good for the most part like we talked about. We did our absolute best during these times, and I'm really, really excited for what's to come. I'm very proud of myself for how we ended up making it, especially in the latter half. We really pushed through with school starting, which was, I wouldn't have expected it to go like that, but it did. So made it happen, did our best, and I'm super, super excited for what's to come. Thank you guys for all the support on those videos. I'll talk about a couple of analytics that we had over that time span because it just means the world to me. So I thought I would give you guys the full encompassing. Over 100,000 channel views. That is crazy to think about considering, keep in mind this is from May 4th when I got sick, or May 5th, pardon me, all the way up to when I'm filming this, September 27th. 100,000 views, guys, that is a fifth of the channel. That is impressive considering that I wasn't able to make a ton of videos. And looking at the timeline, I'll put a picture up on the screen. It's pretty consistent. You know, there's no like crazy spikes or anything, but everything was real consistent. Pretty close to that range of about 1,000 views per video, maybe slightly less than that a day, 1,000 views a day. Which honestly, considering everything that's happened, it's really, really exciting to see that. And it's so awesome to see that the backlog is just turned into what it has. I mean, to consider that I wasn't able to make videos during that whole span and that still happened with the backlog is just unbelievable to me. So I can't thank you guys enough for making that possible. 8,400 hours of watch time. That is awesome. Can't thank you guys enough for watching these videos. I know there was quite a few videos in the span that made these analytics what they are. Particularly the biggest video of them all, Massive Unboxing X, which I'm super excited for Massive Unboxing 16. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But the video has doubled itself over the summer with 21,000 views, which is awesome in that time span. About 40,000 to this day. So I seriously can't thank you guys enough. Total views, I should say. Other videos that were phenomenal, Massive Unboxing 10 took off as well, along with number 12. A couple Psycho Av videos still up here in the top ranks, and then more Massive Unboxings, and then the collection video in the top 10 as well. So can't thank you guys enough for those. I really, really appreciate it. And 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. That's crazy to think about. 500 subscribes during this time, and I seriously can't thank you guys enough for making that possible. Obviously, it's been very difficult during these times, and there hasn't been a lot of new content, but still 500 subscribers. That is awesome. So I can't thank you guys enough for 500 subscribers in the time span, and also 3,500 subscribers as of recent. I can't thank you guys enough for that. It's been super exciting to keep these things moving, and even though these times have been very difficult, you guys have been the best fans in the world, so I seriously cannot thank you guys enough for that. So obviously, lots of awesome things going on in quarter three. Interesting summer to say the least. I'm really hopeful that Q4 goes much better than what Q3 did, and I think we're already on the right track. So we have a ton of stuff to dive into for Q4, what all to expect, what all will be coming. what all you guys can expect from this channel, and we have a lot of awesome stuff to go over. Just making sure I'm not missing anything for the moment. In terms of the recap, that was pretty much everything, I believe. So I really appreciate all the support during Q3. Numbers speak for themselves. I seriously can't thank you guys enough. And with all that being said, let's get into the fall 2021 schedule, Q4. Lots of awesome stuff to entail. Definitely some change plans. Definitely some interesting things to go over. But let's get it rolling, everybody. We will begin with the models, since that's probably the biggest element of the channel. I'm not saying that other things aren't, pardon me. But in terms of the channel update, in terms of the channel, sorry, I'm so rusty still. I don't know why. Models are a huge part of everything, and we have a ton of things to go over. So let's begin with the model aircraft. Man, Q3 for models was just unbelievable, man. I mean, there was so many good ones. I seriously have never seen such a good quarter for models. Between Gemini Jets and NG models, Panda model exclusives, and everything in between. Aero Classics really becoming a force. It was unbelievable to see all these new releases. Just the whole industry. I really enjoyed watching all your guys' videos over the summer, and I hope that I'll be able to continue to do as such. I know I haven't been the best consistency in terms of watching, but I'll try my absolute best to keep watching, keep content, and do even more than what I've done. But in terms of the models, everybody. So let's begin with the airport updates. Now, as we know, the airport updates during Q3, really inconsistent. Not a ton of them, but we're looking to improve on that drastically as we have been over the last month. So let's begin. So all the normal airports for the most part have been going pretty strong, especially over this last month interval. That would be Albuquerque, Reno, Tulsa, Pensacola, Orange County, and I think I'm forgetting one. In terms of the small airports, and I'll talk about the bigger ones here in a moment, but I believe those four particularly have been going pretty strong. They're kind of smaller, so they're definitely set upable compared to Phoenix and Dallas and Storyline particularly. But they've been doing their thing. Thank you guys for all the support on those updates. They've been super fun to make, and I may be forgetting one in here. Albuquerque, Reno, Orange County, Tulsa, and did I say Pensacola? Albuquerque, Reno, Tulsa, Pensacola, and Orange County. I think I forgot. I think it's 5 total, so I apologize. But nevertheless, thank you guys so much for all the support on those. Really excited that those will be consistent. I'll talk a little bit more about Pensacola here in a moment, but been super awesome, to say the least. And then in terms of the bigger airports, Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, and Storyline International Airport, Stone International Airport, I should say, been really tough. The toughest of them all. Dallas finally got updated, which I was super excited about. Obviously, that was a big update. There was a ton there to encompass, and I seriously can't thank you guys for all the support on that video. Really hopeful that Dallas will keep progressing. In terms of expansion, I should also say for the other airports before I go on. The Tulsa Matt, we're still kind of working on that. I'm not quite sure what I want to do, but I'll kind of go into that in the next update. All the other airports are pretty stagnant. In terms of an Orange County expansion, that also is something that I'm interested in as well. All the other airports are pretty solid where they are. In terms of Dallas, though, in terms of expansion, I've wanted to do some things for a really long time. I'll kind of think about it, but in terms of right now, I'm kind of just neutral, trying to get things reestablished. And as you guys will see, a common theme throughout this video is there'll be a lot of stuff that I still have not been decided on. That's just because there's been so much unpredictability recently. It's just been hard to figure out what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do there, and the list goes on in terms of a ton of content ideas, a ton of changes, and just a lot of things. There's been a lot to think about, and I'm still undecided on quite a few things. And Dallas redo, expansion, that sort of thing, that is definitely one of them. I know I've talked about it in the past. I still really want to do it. We just need to see where things go throughout, and I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Personally, I think Dallas is looking pretty good outside of, not being the most realistic setup. It still looks pretty good in my opinion, and I'm still very pleased with it. Phoenix Sky Harbor has obviously been a dumpster fire. We haven't even had one update since April. That's just simply been because I've been trying to get things reestablished. I'm really hopeful that the next Phoenix update hopefully will be within the next couple weeks. It's a huge airport. It is huge to replicate a 1-to-1 scale. And there's a bunch that's went into Phoenix itself being the scale that it is. And I've tried my best to do pretty good trying to get that back rolling. But in terms of just recently, it's just been super hard. So I'm really hopeful to get back reestablished on the monthly basis as we get back reestablished into the schedule. But in terms of it may miss a month, it it's just hard to say right now in terms of, it's not because I don't want to do it, it's just because there's so many other things going on. But I will try my absolute best for sure bi-monthly, but it should be back to monthly, and I'm very, very excited. The American 900s are going to be great, and then just a lot of great new things coming. So I'm really excited for Phoenix. And then Storyline International Airport. Storyline is just a whole nother level in just in terms of mainly correlation between all the voice actors, ideas for it, setting it up, coming up with new things on the not only on the digital side of things, but also on the physical side of things. There's just a lot that goes into Storyline. It's one of my favorites to make. It's my idea, of course. It's just been something that I've had a bunch of fun doing. There's just a lot that goes into it, and I want it to come out to the best of its ability. I wish that we could have did things like Google Sheets and that sort of deal, but unfortunately, it's just so complex. Lots of storylines to keep up with. So I'm really hopeful that will get back into the schedule as soon as possible. Hopefully by November or very, very soon. Just stay patient with me on it, guys. It's one of my favorites. I'm really hopeful to get back and rolling, and it's going to be a big time update when we get everything correlated. But thank you guys for staying patient on that. It will be back very, very soon. Thank you guys for being patient. So in terms of all the airport updates, Tulsa, Reno, Orange County, Pensacola, and Albuquerque. Those 5 right there, rolling strong. Dallas, trying to get that back fully consistent along with Phoenix, and then Storyline hopefully will be back in its groove very, very soon, which I'm very, very excited about. I've also had a bunch of questions about Richmond and San Del Cabo. I'm undecided currently right now what I want to do, and here's the situation. We'll talk about this more later in the video, but sorry about that, guys. Camera ran out of time. But nevertheless, what I was trying to say is, college is coming up, and we'll talk about it more later in this video. We'll have other videos down the line talking about this more in depth. There's a lot of decisions I have to make deciding whether it's in the best interest of me and you guys, the fans, to a lot of things in terms of content-wise, if it's worth doing, considering how unpredictable the college slate's going to be. I have no idea where I'm going to a university yet. I have no idea what the situation is going to be. I have no idea how far I'm going to be from the house, nor how many times I'm going to be coming back. I don't know what my dorm situation is going to be like yet. There's a lot of factors that are currently going into evaluating whether things are going to be doable or not. And currently for Cabo and Richmond, I'm sitting idle until I figure out, at least have a little bit better of an idea where we're going to be. It's not that I don't want to make these airports whatsoever. It's simply the fact that I don't know if it's going to be worth, just hear me out here, I don't know if it's going to be worth having 3 to 4 updates potentially. That's just the worst case scenario estimate. A 3 to 4 update airport and then potentially not be able to do it again. It's kind of one of those deals that we have to think about in its full entirety. And like I said, it's not that I don't want to make these airports. I didn't pick these airports and announce them for no reason by any means. Richmond was that close before I got sick. And I really am kind of mad that I postponed it for so long. But unfortunately, there's just so many things right now that are unpredictable to the point where I just need to focus on these other things, mainly getting things reestablished, and then we'll come back, reevaluate, and get back to the full situation on those 2 airports. Their status is to be determined. I do not know if they'll come to fruition or not. I really hope they do. I really hope maybe by Christmas or something we can at least get 6 updates in or something. That is an ultimate goal. And long term, it's not a bad idea to make these airports either. It's just simply in terms of where we're at right now, recovering from mono, still in jeopardy of a consistent schedule and everything like that. What the best interest is for me and you guys, the viewers. So I will keep you guys informed on that. I may make a whole video or live stream about that, and we'll evaluate it to the best of our ability. There's still a lot of things that go into it, so I appreciate you guys' patience, but to clear the air in terms of anytime soon, probably not, but potentially down the line we could be looking at those. So I'll keep you guys informed, and I will probably have a more definite answer on what the future of those 2 will be by the next channel update. So that's pretty much the airport update side of things. Lots of great stuff to encompass. We've got so many new models. I'm super excited for those. And speaking of new models, why don't we transition into unboxings? So obviously unboxings have been a huge staple of the channel. You guys have loved them. It's probably the majority of my views, mainly massive unboxings, but unboxings in general. It's so fun to get these new model aircraft on a regular basis, and I really appreciate you guys' all the support. So the big elephant in the room, Massive Unboxing 16. Massive Unboxing 16 should be coming anytime. Currently waiting on a couple of final orders to get in, and then we are doing it. Going to be very similar to Massive Unboxing X, just a whole nother level of quality and a little bit more quantity. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I know you guys absolutely loved Massive Unboxing 10, and I'm super, super excited for Massive Unboxing 16. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a long, fun unboxing. So many new models. It's just going to encompass pretty much all of Q3 for the most part, and it's going to be amazing. So I'm super excited for it. Tons of models, and you're not going to want to miss out on that. So be sure to stay on the lookout for that. And that's going to be the Massive Unboxing pretty much for the big time deal for at least a while here. Of course, we'll have some small, or a couple of probably release unboxing stuff like GJ September, NG October, that sort of thing. We'll have a lot of those to come as well. Obviously, the Massive Unboxing formats, I'll figure them out as they go. But I have a lot of personal finance things that I need to figure out for myself currently. A lot of formatting things, getting back to consistency. A lot of elements that will dictate whether we'll have 3 model unboxings or more 10 model unboxings. There's a lot of elements that will go into it, but I promise more unboxings will be coming. Not sure on the format to this point, but probably a hybrid, just as usual. Just Massive Unboxing 16, it's just going to be big time. So really excited for it. Can't thank you guys enough, and I'm super excited for it. Next in line, we have tier list videos. We're going to be doing let me rephrase this. Let me start over on that. Obviously, we have a ton of tier lists to do, all the way back, dating back to May. So what I've decided to do in the Thursday time slot, just to make it simple, hashtag tier list Thursday will be our new videos for Thursday for a while. Every Thursday, we'll have a tier list. I may move some things around depending on videos and all kinds of things like that. But for the most part, it should be every Thursday we'll have a tier list video. Going to go in chronological order, beginning with NG May, and hopefully at some point we'll make it all the way down to NG September and that sort of deal. So we'll just go down the line, one by one. Tons of great models in there, tons to evaluate. Really, really excited about it. I've evaluated most models. Really, really good ones. There's some great stuff in there, and they're going to be fun videos, so I'm super excited for those. So tier list Thursday for probably the next 2 months or so. Very, very excited about those, and they're going to be a bunch of fun. So thank you guys for making the tier list possible. And if you want to check out any tier list, airport updates, unboxings, all the playlists are on my channel. I make them for a reason. I make them for you guys to check them out. So feel free to check those videos out as well. The old ones, I should add. And then one-offs. Of course, we'll have a ton of one-offs. I talked about it in the last channel update. All the things still apply. The lighting studio up here, that's one video I want to make. I'm just trying to think of ideas off the top of my head, Gemini Jets videos, indie models videos, that conspiracy theory video that was I think it was 30 or 40 minutes long a few months ago that we did. Videos like that. We'll have a ton of videos like that. If you have any sort of recommendations, please leave them in the comment section. I know a lot of people end up suggesting airport updates and things like that, and that's perfectly fine. But just in terms of one-off update or one-off videos that are a little bit more realistic, please let me know. I would love to hear about them. And then just in terms of models in general, I know a lot of people have asked about potentially requested updates. They're not necessarily my forte, at least yet. I may give them a try, see if I like them. I just am a big person about realism, and those take a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to get on the wiki, get on Flight Radar 24, see what all's coming in. And then with my love for GA and military as well, that would just be a whole nother layer. And then on top of that, not that I don't want to do them, but it's really filled well in the community. There's a ton of people that do requested airport updates, and I'm not saying that I don't think it's a possibility at some point. I simply feel like for what I like to focus on and where I stand in the community, I really feel like my place with my select airports and also the here and there other airports really works well. So it's not impossible, but just down the line at some point, that's kind of the format where we're rolling there. And then other model videos, just more one-offs and things like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything particular. I really enjoyed the model news videos, potentially more of those, like when Yesterday's Airlines, they have something big that comes out, or if a new mold comes from anybody or something like that. I really enjoyed that format, and it was a bunch of fun to do those, so potentially more of those to come. I'm going to try to dig around and see if I can find more information on news. It's kind of different, it's not like real-life news. There's stuff every day. In terms of models, it's a little bit more selective, and there's just not as much. And even though there is a lot of good stuff when it comes up, it's not the most common. But the one-off ones, I really enjoy doing those. And then I'm sure there's probably a few videos that I'm forgetting. Maybe recommend my favorite retailers or frequently asked questions for models. Maybe I make a video like that or something. I also had another kind of silly thought in my head the other day. Fun facts about my model airplane collection. I thought that would be a fun video to make. And there's a ton of things, tons of ideas that I've had, and hopefully some of them end up coming to fruition. So stay on the lookout for those. Really excited, and models will continue to do their thing. Thank you guys for all the support on those. Next up, we got the real life section, and there's a lot to talk about here. And we got a lot, so let's dive into it. The Dallas and Phoenix day trip is the first place to start. And obviously, there's been a lot that's went on with the real life stuff, the format in terms of how the day trip ended up going. Had June happen, we had I can't even talk today. We had all the content from the Dallas to Phoenix leg on the A321 posted, and then everything just collapsed. And like I talked about in that previous channel update, really good segment out of that. I rewatched it kind of to evaluate what I need to talk about in this video, and I did a really good job explaining it. But it takes a lot to get videos pre-edited and everything and get them ready to go online. Luckily, I do have everything pre-edited, and like I talked about in the schedule, and I'll kind of talk about the schedule right now for October, and I'll put a graphic on the screen. But my goal was for September to get all the airport updates rolling to the best of my ability. We did a pretty good job of that. I think we got 5 out of 8, which is really good for September. And my goal for October was to try to bring everything back to the best of my ability. So I thought setting up the tier list Thursday would be a really good format to keep consistency going in that realm. And I hope it doesn't get too repetitive. If we need to, we can do bi-weekly. But there are so many of them, they just got to start coming out. So we'll just have those start coming out. And then I'm very hopeful that this will stay consistent, but everything on Tuesday for the real life content should be coming back in October, which is next week. Very, very excited. We'll start with the Phoenix layover vlog, A321neo trip report, takeoff and landing, the pushback for the A321neo. That's probably the best flight of the trip. You guys are not going to want to miss out on that, but everything's edited. I'm already starting to work on the Dallas, the second layover vlog from that last leg. So everything should be in good shape. We should be ready to go. Really, really excited. That leg of the trip, it was awesome. You're not going to want to miss out on it. But hopefully, my goal is to stay a month ahead. So if we do have a collapse, hopefully that'll give me time, if I have to catch back up. But the good news is we should be in good shape. So the third leg of the trip will span through October. Every Tuesday we'll have all those videos from the pushback one. I'm not sure where that will go. And then on November, that will be the final leg of the Dallas Phoenix day trip from February. It will be the A319 from Dallas to Tulsa. Really good flight. We also had the spotting at Dallas, so we'll have that spotting vlog, and we'll also have a conclusion vlog. So that should last through November, and that'll take us into December. So I'll briefly talk about the future there, but tons of great stuff to come. We're only halfway through the trip, so be sure to stay tuned. Really excited for those. Before we talk about that, why don't we take a small intermission for spotting vlogs? Lots of requests for those as well, so here's the situation. Spotting vlogs are by far, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but by far the most time-consuming and most difficult videos. That and Storyline are probably the two most time-consuming content forms on my channel. And there's just so much that goes into a spotting vlog. You start by going to the airport, filming everything. That's already a day by itself right there. Then you have to edit the pictures. That's usually probably about 3 or 4 hours by itself. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm just trying to express to my fans what the situation is, just so you guys can interpret how much effort or how much time these take to do and why they haven't been here. But nevertheless, we have all the pictures we have to edit. Then the editing itself of the actual video. We're talking about numerous subtitles, numerous graphics that usually are made, a lot of screenshots that have to go into it, a ton of narration, which usually every narration line usually takes about 5 minutes to put into the editor, and then all the transitions. There's a lot that goes into a spotting vlog. And then the editing, the thumbnails usually take about 30 minutes or an hour with all the lassos that I do on them. So they are so fun to make, and they are so satisfying when they do come out. However, they just take a lot of time, and it's a lot to do them. So I'm really hopeful that, I think the next one up is 14 from March 28th, and hopefully that will be, I'm really hopeful for sometime this month in October, but I don't know. It depends on, I'm kind of progressively getting things back going, and maybe November is when it ends up coming, but my goal is one a month. I may be able to get in the system, hopefully by the time I get back out to the airport next time. I'll talk about that more in a moment, but in terms of the schedule, I should be able to be back in a schedule where, hopefully I get back into a schedule of hopefully one a month. That would be a really good goal. Getting to the airport once a month and then already having a spotting vlog ready for that month. I feel like that would be a really good system. Give me your guys' feedback on that. I'd really like to hear about it. But just trying to get things back progressively rolling. And note that's just one of the content forms that was already kind of hard as it was to fit into time constraints. And with how busy the fall is, which I'll talk about that a little bit more towards the end of the video, kind of getting the dominant information out right now. There's just a lot that goes into it. So I'm really hopeful, hopefully by November, maybe even by October. But it's kind of one of those things that's kind of going to be last back with storylines. Thank you guys for all the support and appreciation on those. Feel free to watch one of the first 13 or all of them. I mean, they are great, especially the latest 3. I thought that the last 2, especially 12 and 13, they're long, but they are very fun, and I really, really enjoyed the format. So feel free to check them out. And then the Daytona Beach / Florida trip. Obviously, we did not end up getting to do the latter legs, which was unfortunate, but the trip still ended up going really well. 2 CRJ 900 and 737 trip reports to come from those. Really, really awesome flights. There was some great views, some great Dallas spotting. The biggest dumpster fire was the layover vlog on the way back. It literally went as rough as I've ever had a layover. But we'll leave that all for the trip. That will likely start in December as long as everything goes according to plan. And then we'll progress into January, February, and likely March. So we should be in good span there, and we should be ready to go. So I'm really excited about those videos. They're really good. And were very, very enjoyable. A bunch of interesting landings, a bunch of interesting things. I was really sick during the whole thing. But it's going to be interesting to reflect back and see how that goes. So I'm really excited for that, and I hope you guys are excited for it. Really, really good trip. And we'll have layover vlogs, intro, outro vlogs, all that fun stuff. Really excited for that. And then in terms of the rest of the real life content, just one-off things, or not necessarily one-off things, but things that I would like to do if we get an opportunity. This is probably more down the line stuff, probably in the spring, but nevertheless, stuff like contrail spotting, fleet videos, general aviation concepts, military concepts, the list goes on of those videos. Kind of talked about in the last video, but same thing. The fleet by type videos with Citrus that he's been talking about, we're looking to do those as soon as possible, so hopefully those will be coming very, very soon. And then hopefully more concept videos like that. That's I have kind of the section. I have stuff that I'm really trying to get reestablished. That's the consistent content, and then stuff down the line that's aspirations, things I'd like to do, and that whole list is kind of one of them. Contrail spotting's a lot of fun. Hopefully we can get back out to doing that. If you would like to see that, let me know. Or if you guys have any ideas, please let me know in the comment section as per usual. And then just one-offs in general. You know, the aviation news videos are a bunch of fun. Would really like to do more of those, maybe on a monthly basis, take everything and encompass it, things like that. But the one-offs have really been a fun format. If there's something that really sparks my interest, obviously I do a video on it, but I'll try to be a little bit more broad, maybe a monthly video. I know that was big time for AS. He literally encompassed like everything. I may just take some highlights and things like that. So let me know what you guys think about that. It's covered pretty well on YouTube, but I feel like I really like my opinions. I don't know why. So maybe I'll encompass those. Let me know what you guys think about that, and potentially that to come as well. And then the real life sector, there's a lot to come. I really appreciate all the support. You guys have really seemed to enjoy those real life videos, and there's been a lot of, I'll actually just go to my most popular videos real quick. There's been quite a few one-off videos that I've done that have been really popular in terms of like that Atlanta tour video and things like that I would like to do again. What else is on here? More trip reports, spotting vlogs. I thought there's a couple more videos. How-to videos as well would be a bunch of fun for the model stuff. Just another thing to add to that list. Oh yeah, maybe like small little spotting videos to Air Force One. Things like that I would not be opposed to doing. So if you guys would like to see small little sectors like that, please let me know. I would not be opposed to doing things like that. And yeah, aviation news stuff, and there may be stuff that I'm missing, but like concept stuff, things like that, I would love to do more of those. So let me know if you guys would like to see anything particular. Maybe more Citrus did all about Rally Durham video. That would be kind of cool to do things like that. So just let me know if you guys have any particular real life aviation things, but there's just so many videos. So definitely want to pick the most selective and what you guys like to see the most. So please let me know what you guys like to see out of that. I'd really appreciate it. Moving into other aviation, once again, outside of live streams and fan mail and some memorabilia stuff, I don't want to say that's aspirations, but these are kind of just things that we're probably going to see potentially in the spring. Beginning with live streams, they will be coming back. The Let's Talk ones were the ones I was getting going before I got sick. That's what I'm looking to bring back. It's just a nice format. I really enjoyed chatting on that format, and it works really, really well. I'll talk about the frequency here in a moment when we get to the school sector. Those kind of correlate really well with each other, so I'll wait on that in a moment. But really excited for live streams to come back. Hopefully maybe a little bit of Infinite Flight or something, potentially. Really looking to get an iPad. That would be big time if we end up getting that iPad. And if I had cellular on it, that would be big time. But there's a lot of aspirations in terms of live streams, but I really enjoy them. And yes, they will be coming back. I've had questions mainly about that, yes. Whether it's Let's Talk or potentially some more, potentially some more other types of things like that, they will be coming back. Really excited about them. And I'll talk about that frequency here in a moment. But really excited. Live streams will be coming back, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. Like I was saying, Flight Simulator, really hopeful. I may just do some, like I talked about in the previous channel updates, just some montages and things like that, maybe a couple full flights. There have really been things I want to do, but as bad as I say, we just had the list of trying to get reestablished and aspirations. And a lot of these things I'm talking about right now is just aspiration stuff, but it's not impossible. I'm sure that at least a couple of these things will come true. It may take some time, but some of these things will be happening. So really excited about Flight Simulator, hopefully in the future. Let me know if you guys would like to see anything in particular. Would love to encompass things like that. Next up, merchandise. I know we were really going strong there in the spring with quite a few things. We had skin tags and keychains. I thought there was something else that I may be forgetting off the top of my head. There was a lot of things regardless though, and I really look to get back to that. Hopefully some more like American stuff particularly and things like that. There's a lot of really cool stuff out there, so I'd really like to continue to get some of that stuff. If you guys have any recommendations for memorabilia stuff to get, please let me know. Even if it's as simple as a safety card or even more stuff to come, like more skin tags and things like that. There's a lot of really cool things, so I'm going to be on the lookout, and I'm definitely hopeful to get more of it. It's really, really cool stuff, and I'd love to keep doing that. Also, would love to do an updated safety card collection video. It's updated, not a crazy amount, I guess, but it's been pretty big, so I'd still like to do an updated video on that. And then even as my memorabilia collection continues to grow, there'll be more to come. So, but nevertheless, we have that as well. And also fan mail. Fan mail's been going strong for the most part. Really excited. The next one should be out in a couple days, so very excited about that. Going to be an awesome video. I'm really, really excited for more fan mail to come. Next up, the next category, and I didn't want to make other aviation small section. There was just not a ton. Sorry about that. Camera ran out once again. But nevertheless, what I was trying to say was there's probably a lot of ideas that I probably forgot that I wanted to mention, and I apologize about that. I'm still trying to think of more things that I can add to the list, and there's a lot of other aviation things, so please let me know if you guys have any ideas. Maybe more computer stuff like that. Also for model stuff like custom decal stuff, shapeways, we were really starting to get into that before I got sick. And there's a lot of things, but hopefully Flight Simulator, that's definitely the big one out of those. I really at least want to do something so I can encompass all aviation, and I don't even care if they're not the most popular videos on my channel. I know they're not going to be, but I still really enjoy Flight Simulator. It's a bunch of fun, and even though I'm not a pro pilot yet, I still think that we would have a bunch of fun doing as such. So that's the ultimate goal. Next up, the main thing, or the next thing I want to talk about, this is a new section for these channel updates, or not necessarily new, but I made this whole section because it's really a big deal. And that's high school and now into college. Man, wow. Where does time go? I simply can't even get started. We're going to start with the high school side of things real quick, and then we'll kind of progress into what to expect for college. We're still a ways away, and there's going to be a ton more videos to come on the college side of things. But in terms of high school, this is my senior year. This is it. It's been a crazy, already over a month start. We're already working on 2 months, which is bonkers. But, wow. I'm sorry. I just can't believe it's already been like a fourth of the senior year. Anyways, it's been pretty good outside of feeling not the best every day at school. It's been pretty good. The schedule's been very, very nice. I have a couple concurrent classes, so I do get out of school a little bit earlier than what I used to. Instead of 3:30, it's 1:30, and then I do one of my concurrent classes on the computer online, so that's really, really nice. And it's really been going well. Mainly math, a little bit of English, but mainly math. I got AP Physics and trigonometry this fall, so that's where most of my classes have been. And then, of course, band and jazz band, but it's mainly been those two. They've been okay. Physics is very important for aviation, so then trigonometry, radian measure, what can I say? But nevertheless, it's been pretty good. And then band's been a bunch of fun. Been playing trombone and jazz band, that's been nice. And then, of course, my primary instrument, tuba. Want to talk about marching band here for a moment. Marching band's been going really well. Return after last year. It's been really nice to do it. And I just want to talk about it because it's going to be a big factor for the next couple of weeks. So it's been pretty busy and hectic to this point. But, sorry. I just still can't believe that we're already halfway through. That is unbelievable to me. But beginning with... Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. When I get deep into these update videos, I just lose it. But nevertheless, here we go. We have a couple of contests coming up, and I guess the only good thing for the channel is they happen really, really quick. We have one this upcoming Saturday, the next Saturday, and then the next Tuesday. So October 2nd, 9th, and 15th. Or sorry, I think it's actually 12th. And that's going to be it for marching. So it's mainly just been rehearsals in the morning, and we're just going to miss a couple Saturdays. So not a big deal. It won't take up quite as much time as what I would have anticipated. I thought we were going to have a third contest, didn't end up having it. And Saturday's usually a big work day for me, especially in the spring in terms of videos. So even though it will take up a little bit of time, it is there, so I did want to mention it. And definitely going to finish strong for my band. It's been really, really good year to this point. Really excited to see. Hopefully we can get some superior ratings, especially at state. That would be awesome. We haven't to this point, but maybe, just maybe, this will be the year. And regardless, it's a super fun experience regardless of what ratings we get, and I've really enjoyed it. Definitely enjoying every moment because this is it for me and the band probably, unless I end up choosing to do something in college, which it's not impossible, but at this current time, it's not looking the most likely. So, but I'm really eager to see where it goes, but I didn't want to say that it will affect a couple of the videos. But in terms of the schedule, we'll have a couple of breaks in there. Fall break for me comes up in the middle of October. That'll be a nice 3 days to get some videos worked on. Hopefully working into November at that point. Speaking of November, we'll have Thanksgiving break. That'll be the Thanksgiving week. I think it's the last week of November as usual, so that'll be nice. And then Christmas break will come up. That'll be the latter half of fall, and that will be from those last 2 full weeks of December, I believe. So there'll be a lot of time, hopefully a lot of live streams to come in those intervals, but very, very excited for those, and give us lots of time to work on the videos. Outside that, it'll be full on school for the most part. I think I may have like one Friday off out of the next. I had Labor Day, and then the Friday before that was off, so those were the main couple days off, but still really doing our best. Having a little bit lighter of a load compared to what I would normally have in the school year is really, really nice. So it gives me a little bit extra time to work on videos, which has been really, really nice. So very, very glad and really, really excited for what's to come. So that's the high school side of things. Composition 1, physics, and trigonometry for the classes. Some of them are concurrent, so never mind. But college. Want to briefly talk about it because it's kind of a big deal. It's coming. The day... Actually, I'm sorry. Tomorrow, when this comes out, I'm actually going to visit Kansas State Aeronautics and Technology. It's Kansas State's branch of Aeronautics and Technology, which is their aviation side of things. And yes, as you guys, I think I've had a couple questions, but this is clear to air. I'm currently planning on going into professional pilot at a university. My top 4 currently are the University of Oklahoma, Oklahoma State University, Southeastern Oklahoma State University, and Kansas State University Aeronautics and Technology campus. Really excited, potentially maybe some aviation management stuff in there, but that's going to be latter half if I choose to do that, unless if I choose to switch majors, which I may end up doing that later on, but I may end up doing both. We'll have to see. But in terms of how it's going to affect the future, we got 1 full year of high school here, 1 more full summer, and then I'm going to be in college. Very similar to what AS Aviation and many people have said. It's going to be a transition period. It's going to be much different. I don't know how many videos I'll be able to do. I do have all the intentions of hopefully making videos in college on a consistent basis. That's the ultimate goal. Hopefully that will come to fruition. I'm not sure what the frequency will be, nor what the living situation will be, but we'll just have to see. It's going to be really interesting. Really eager to see how it plays out. Hopefully it's going to be good. Really eager to see where it goes, and I'm really hopeful that I'll land at the right place. And college is just a whole different experience, as you guys know. Some of you guys that watch my videos have probably graduated college, and quite a few of you are probably in college as it is. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm getting at. High school goes too fast, so does middle school, and to think that this channel has been here since the beginning of high school is surreal. But I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. I've sincerely enjoyed every single video I've made, and many hundreds more to come, if not thousands. So I'm really excited for what's to come, and it's definitely going to be different, but the content form also may be different. I really want to do frequency to the best of my ability, but it may come down to me more so the videos will be consistent in just a lighter frequency basis. So that is currently where we're at. There'll be a lot more videos to come about it. I haven't decided whether I'll end up doing like my full experience of finding colleges that I've wanted to go to and that sort of thing yet. We'll just have to see. If that's something that you guys would like to see, please let me know, because that is something that I really have considered. I just don't know how much you guys would like to see it. So please let me know if you guys would like to see that. I would love to hear some input on that. And we'll definitely have some videos about what it's going to encompass. And if you guys have any questions about the future, please let me know in the comment section. I've considered making a whole video just related to what's going to end up coming. Much more in depth than just that little brief explanation right there. So if you guys have anything else to come, please let me know. And then to our final section, we have some kind of some miscellaneous extra things and kind of some concluding things. Beginning with the social medias, feel free to check them out. Instagram, Twitter, everything along those lines. The Facebook groups are a bunch of fun as well. Discord servers, all that. Really enjoy those, and Instagram is the best place to stay up to date with everything I got going on. So please check that out. Would really appreciate it, and stay up to speed on everything coming. Really appreciate it, and social medias are a bunch of fun. Also post aviation photos and also YouTube updates and model photos on Instagram, so feel free to check that out, and retweet a lot of stuff on Twitter. That's pretty practical, mainly aviation news stuff, but some fun photos and things along those lines. Also want to talk about potential equipment stuff. Acer Nitro 5 is doing its thing right here. I'm not sure what I want to do in terms of computer yet. I'm really leaning towards the side of PC, custom build. I've also thought MacBook quite a bit, and then iPad I'm highly considering, not only for mainly college stuff, but also infinite flight and just a lot of elements. Just another nice screen to have, especially with the new ones, man. Those 2021s, the M1 chips, those are fire. So that's the plan there. DSLR wise, I would love to get a new DSLR. Just they're expensive, and T6i, I'm not saying that's like top of the line, but it's a pretty solid rig. Once you get to this level of DSLR, it's kind of like you either go up to like 5D, 6D marked stuff, and then if you really want good filming stuff, you go up to 90D. Outside of that, it's kind of stagnant. Kind of wanted to think about maybe a really nice camcorder. I know a couple of aviation YouTubers use the Sony AFX53. I think it's called something like that. That's a really nice camcorder. I'd like to get that, but it's like $1,000. And then things like that. But the DSLR setup's been really great over the last year, almost 10 months pretty much. 9 months. The focus on it's crazy. The sharpness is unbelievable. It just makes the airport updates great. The microphone's also been great. That microphone battery still has not died. And also the HyperX Quadcast, which has been down here the whole time. That's been a great investment as well. You guys probably know this between when I use shotgun mics for videos in front of me or when I use the HyperX Quadcast, and HyperX is definitely the computer that's needed for this. So it's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. And then I really want to get some new monitors as well. That would be nice. Camera lenses, very adequate. Very pleased with the lenses. Looking over my setup over there. Got the Apple Watch Series 6 for Christmas. That was a great surprise. Then I got the 12 Pro Max. That's been great. And then, yeah, I'll talk more about equipment probably when it actually happens. Maybe do some videos on it. But for the most part, this is set up rocking Acer Nitro 5, iPhone 12 Pro Max, Canon T6i, 18x300 Sigma, and 150x600, and also the HyperX Quadcast, and the Takstar. I forgot what the name of the actual microphone is, but best $30 microphone you're going to find. And just a huge thank you to you guys for making this possible. I know that it's been a crazy last several months, and there's just been a lot going on, but I seriously cannot thank you guys for being patient during these times. I'm only one person. It's a one-man show. We do the things to the best of our ability, and there's a lot of content. We were rolling so well from January to May. I mean, we were doing 4 to 5 videos a week, live streams, everything. Also want to talk about premieres. I about forgot. I will be doing premieres again for big videos. I know it's been a long time. They're a bunch of fun. I think I just burnt myself out pretty bad on them from over 2020 pretty much, and I'm really glad that they're returning in the popular videos, so massive unboxings, that sort of thing. Those will be the premieres, and also American 900 thing, and American 900 unboxing review, of course, and the giveaway. Really excited for those to come. They're really fun premieres, and I hope you guys enjoy those. So be on the lookout for those as well. And then all the normal videos, of course, will be coming as they will, as usual, I should say. Pardon me. And then just thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. I said it really well at the end of that Albuquerque update. That will come out tomorrow. You guys just mean the world to me, and for making this possible, I seriously cannot thank you guys enough. I also wanted to say that the 30 model giveaway is currently going on. Super happy with all the support on it. Feel free to check it out. There's currently, as of recording, a 20% chance of winning. That is ridiculous, so feel free to go enter that. It's an awesome giveaway, and I would love to have as many people as a part of it as possible. Entries in slightly over a week on October 9th, so feel free to go check that out. The live stream announcement video will be in a couple weeks, and I'm really excited about that. And I thought there may have been one other main thing that I forgot to encompass. There'll be a lot of awesome stuff to come, guys. Oh yeah, content you guys want. I would love to hear if you guys have any content recommendations, whether it's model stuff, real life stuff, other aviation stuff, anything in between. I would love to hear about it. Really enjoy doing those graphics on Instagram for YouTube and stuff like that. So if you guys like to see more of that kind of stuff, please let me know. I'd love to keep doing it. And there's a lot of awesome stuff to come, guys. The college stuff as well. Feel free to recommend that if you guys want to see that. And there's just so many things I can go on about, but it's really just what you guys want to see. I'd love to hear it, and there's going to be a lot of things. A particular request would be great. I know Citrus Aviation's been doing a ton of one-off sort of things recently, so I wouldn't mind getting in on some of that one-off stuff as a more consistent thing. And then just so many videos to encompass, guys. It's unbelievable. But I can't thank you guys enough. Crazy to think about almost 500,050 channel views. That's crazy. And then just a lot of awesome stuff to come, guys. Really excited for it. Just looking at the lifetime analytics here, why not? Almost 38,000 hours of watch time. That's ridiculous. 3,500 subscribers, of course. Just means the absolute world to me, and I can't thank you guys enough for making this possible. Really excited for what's to come. There's going to be a lot of awesome stuff to tell. You guys are not going to want to miss out on it, so be sure to highly recommend clicking that subscribe button, ringing the notification bell. You guys are not going to want to miss out on any content to come, and there's going to be a lot of awesome things. So if you guys have any recommendations, thumbnails, anything like that, please let me know. Really excited for what's to come, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. Really excited for it, and I seriously cannot thank you guys for all the support. This video was probably close to an hour long, and I'm sorry. The list was pretty small, but there was a lot to encompass. Looking at October one more time. Pretty tentative schedule. Really hopeful that Phoenix, DFW end up making their way. And as of right now, as long as everything goes according to plan, we should have 4 videos a week and hopefully a couple live streams. Oh, I completely forgot to say on the live stream situation. Obviously, as we know, it's currently football season and everything. I am a pretty moderate football fan, so I do watch quite a few of the college football games, especially at night. OU is my favorite team, Oklahoma, and I watch with my dad a lot. That's kind of been a tradition. So that's usually where a lot of my Saturdays end up going in terms of videos. And then I've been doing I really kind of run out of gas late in the day usually, so that's kind of where the live stream situation's at. I'm not saying that there won't be any during this fall period, but in the spring, there's not a ton going on, and that's when I'm able to do them more consistently. But in terms of the fall, hopefully we'll be able to at least do a few. Even if it's weekday nights, they'll also probably be earlier start times, probably more in the realm of like 7:30 rather than 8:30. Even I think we had a couple maybe at 9. So really excited for them though. Hopefully by the time we get to December, it should be fairly consistent. My goal is 1 a week. We really were going pretty well, but kind of all a play-by-ear schedule. I know I was live streaming on a consistent basis during the pandemic, and I'd love to get back to that, but there's just days sometimes where whether it's family stuff or trying to finish a critical video, there's just not all the time in the world. And there's definitely time in the schedule. It's just not very consistent. You know, one day maybe a Monday night, next day maybe a Tuesday night, and then next day maybe a Saturday night. Who knows? Friday night, Sunday night, and also the high school football games. I can't forget about that. Bands big time back into the high school football games this year because all high school bands for the most part play at high school games, and of course I'm part of the high school band. Therefore, I play at the high school band. High school football games. So that's also been where the Fridays have been. So. But once football season ends, we'll be back into normal live stream stuff, hopefully, and also more time to work on videos and everything along those lines. So, I believe that encompasses everything, everybody. I seriously can't thank you guys for all the support. It's been a pleasure to make these videos, and I'm super, super excited for where things are to come. Really excited, and I know this video was long, and there's a lot to it, but that's the kind of person I am. I like to give my viewers a full in-depth explanation. Even if this video comes out with 300-400 views, as long as one person or hopefully a few took something from it, that's all that matters to me. And I'm really, really glad to be here, and I'm super, super excited for what's to come. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Really excited for what's to come. Big, big things ahead, and hopefully no inconsistencies. Even if we miss a couple videos here and there, that's okay. But as long as everything goes according to plan, we should be back to a pretty moderate schedule. Even though it may be a little repetitive with tier list Thursday and things like that, we should have 4 to 5 videos a week. It's going to be awesome. And even considering this time last year at full-fledged, I think it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So the current upload schedule, by the way, Monday, Friday, mainly airport updates, couple exceptions here and there. And then Tuesday will be our real life content. Right now, Dallas Phoenix day trip. Thursday, for now, will be tier list Thursday, but normally will be tier list unboxings, one-off videos, other aviation, that sort of thing. Saturdays, hopefully we'll be back to live streams at some point, but for the moment we'll probably just be random videos, whether it's unboxings, other aviation, maybe an airport update, things like that. And tons of awesome stuff to come. I'm super, super excited for it, and it's going to be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.